Hello and welcome to Little Blue Star. I'm Jane Allen and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today we've got this little chocolate box gift wrapping. My card class this month was requested for these two colours, so pale papaya and mint macaron. So it's sort of in the theme of those colours. I'll just move that out of the way. We've got the Sweet as a Peach DSP on the top, and I've used the sentiment from Biggest Wish, which is just the little hello there. So let's get into it. So first of all, we need to make the box part, which is in here. So there's like a little box and then like the wrap that goes round. So the box part first. So I've got a little template there that hopefully might help you to see which bits we're cutting and what we're not cutting. So let's see, can we see that? Okay, length of cardstock. So I've just got a normal piece of mint macaron, and then what you're going to do is score it. So we're going to pop it in that way. Get rid of your cutting blade for the minute because we want our scoring blade. Obviously you can do this on your scoring board if you've got one, but I just use my trimmer. So this is my scoring blade. So I'm going to score it at a half. So a half and then 1, and then 4.5 and 5, and then when you get to the 5.5, line it up with the 5.5 and cut it. So, and this bit's spare, so you can obviously get another piece, another box out of one piece of cardstock, so you can get 2 out of 1, or you can have that as your base card. So keep that for another project. Back to this one. Okay, then you need to turn it, and a little bit tricky, but 3/8, so you might need to turn it and lift that piece up for a minute. So 3/8 and then 7/8. And if you've got a scoring board, it's probably easier, but I'll just use my trimmer from each side. So I find it easier to do one side, turn it round and do the same. So again, we want 3/8, score that, and then 7/8, and score that. So that is your basic box. Let's get rid of that. And then you've got like this little template that I'm going to try and help you realise which bit you're going to cut. So we need to cut all this piece here, like the L shape at the corner. So you've got like 1, 2, 3 squares you're going to get rid of. You might want to burnish it first. Maybe that'll be easier, I'm not sure. There's my bone folder. And give you nice crisp clean edges there. So burnish all your folds. And then you need to cut away those squares in the corner. So you want to cut away these 3 squares, if you can see that. And then what I do, you can see where the like bobble is, the knobbly bit, I cut that away. So cut like that side of it, cut the knobbly bit away, hopefully you can see that, and then that one there. So you've got rid of, get rid of like the fold marks there. Okay, so there's your template. So it's going to look like little steps maybe. So do that on every corner. hopefully you've got that sort of template shape. So we've got rid of those corners there, okay, in each one, like little steps. And then what you want to do is just snip like the fold mark of this one, so you can see you've got rid of that like bumpy bit there. So we're just going to get rid of that bit there, so just makes it a neater. Okay, so you can do that on each one of those. Excuse me. Okay, so there's your template. Hopefully that makes sense. And then what you want to do is fold the little tabs inwards, and then this part's going to fold over the tab. So I'll do it quickly on that one. So it's going to fold over the tab like so. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So the little tabs have gone into there, and you've folded it over. And again on that side, the tabs, fold them in, and then that one's going to come over. Yeah. I'll do it on the surface, but I can't. And you can glue these in to make it a bit more sturdy if you wish to. I don't know why that's not going. Oh, I've still got that little bit there, that's why. If you want to make it more sturdy, you can do that and glue the little tabs into place. And then these ones are going to fold in as well, so it will look like that. Okay, you might want to get some tear and tape if you've got it. Fold those in. My little tabs have come out there. Fold those in, and you will have a nice box. So I might do that now and glue it, but you don't have to. So it's however you feel like you want to do it to make it as sturdy. But if you want to glue it, you just put your little glue, put a little tiny bit of glue on your tabs, and then hold it into place there and there. And you might need to hold it a bit to make them stick, so like that, and hold it for a couple of seconds so it sticks nice and firmly, and then obviously that bit will fold over the top, and you can glue that if you wish as well. That's going to go like that. And then if you want to do the same with that bit up there, you can just glue along the edge there and fold that over to get a nice sturdy box. But I have done it without, and you don't have to glue it. So there we go, just fold those over, and if you have glued it, just hold it in place for a few seconds so it does stick. There we go. But once you get your chocky in, it tends to hold it in place anyway. Right, hopefully that makes sense. So you've glued that side and that side, and I haven't glued that, so you can just see it sort of comes out a little bit, but it does hold in place. So you don't have to glue it, but if you want that nice sturdy effect of it being glued, then obviously glue it like that. I won't do it now, but you can do that on yours obviously. So that is roughly just the little tray, like what you put your chocky in, which is what I've done here. I've just covered mine in DSP, but yeah, you just pop that in there, and that's like your little box, your little tray. And then we're going to make the wrap that goes around it, so that's that bit out done. And then I've grabbed a piece of pale papaya, so another piece of cardstock there. Okay, and then you want to cut that at 7, so I need my arm out there, so cut that at 7. obviously you can use that for another piece. Turn it round, and then we're going to cut 9 and 11/16. I know it's a bit tricky, but because I've designed it for this certain chocolate bar, I've had to do it in these measurements. So 9 and 11/16, and obviously you can use that for another piece of crafting. And then while you're there on this side, you're going to score it at 1.5, 2 and 1/16. And as I said, these are funny measurements, but because I've designed it for this particular chocolate bar, that's why it's like funny measurements. So 1.5, 2 and 1/16, and then 5 and 5/8. 5 and 5/8, and then 6 and 3/13. 3/16, sorry. I'll go over that again. 1.5, 2 and 1/16, 5 and 5/8, and 3 and 1. Sorry, done that again. 1.5, 2 and 1/16, 5 and 5/8, 6 and 3/16. Obviously I'll put the measurements below, so hopefully you won't get confused, and as I'm confusing myself. Now this is just like the wrap piece, so we're going to burnish those, and it's just going to wrap around our chocolate bar. Or a sleeve. Okay, that's just going to wrap around like so. So what you're going to do now is stick the box piece that you've done, so our box, and then we're going to glue that into there, or tear and tape, or stamp and seal, whatever you've got. And then roughly in the middle of your scored piece there, if that makes sense. So you have a little gap there, so a little bit there and a little bit there, so you're roughly in the middle like so, and then that's all stuck down, ready to have your chocky inside, which I'll pop in there now. And as I say, this is designed for this particular chocolate bar, so that's why it's got all these little funny measurements, but that's why. So, and our closing is just going to be a ribbon closing. So on the front, like I've got there, is some Sweet as a Peach DSP, which is the black like border piece is 6 1/8 by 2 5/8, and the actual DSP is 6 by 2.5 inches. So just glue that onto there, and you just get a nice little black border on our DSP. Just a little one, and then obviously that's going to glue on our front of our chocky, which is going to go like that. And then we're going to get some ribbon, which is from the little mini catalogue, and it's Pool Party striped grosgrain ribbon, which is in Pool Party, and it's this striped one. I know it's not mint macaron, but it, you know, artistic license. I think it still goes with our theme. So I'm just going to cut that. I'd cut 22 inches of that, and then you can just obviously tie it if you want it loose, or if you want to add some tear and tape to the back of the ribbon, just grab that. I tend to use tear and tape when I use ribbon, just because I think the glue sometimes goes all the way through. So I'm just going to grab some of that. So piece of tear and tape on your ribbon, and then peel that off. You can use glue. This one's quite a thick ribbon sort of thing, so it might be alright with glue. But some of the ribbons are quite thin, and actually I'm going to go down that way, go down there a bit for this one, and I'll do it the other way. So we're going to have our ribbon hopefully going that way this time. That's not very good, is it? Really. Always have trouble with bows when you're on camera. There we go. And then I'll just tidy that up there. Cute. Okay, so we've got that way. And then oh, I've got that in the way. So that one's sort of portrait style, and then this one I thought I'd do the other way. And then for this one I've got one of the tailored tags again, which are really lovely. You get that lovely stitched detail. And then I've just stamped the hello from Biggest Wish. So I've just gone for hello, but you could have the thanks on there. Excuse me. And then I'm just going to slip that in there like that. I'll actually pop that on dimensionals, I think, just to pop it up a bit, but you can obviously glue it or attach it with some more ribbon if you've got. But I just think it's a sweet little, as it says, a hello for somebody, just to gift a nice chocky bar in a nice way. You know, shows them that you've thought about them. And there we have it. So I hope you've enjoyed that today. I know there's a little bit fiddly measurements and I did make a mess up, but I'll put them below, and then obviously they'll be the right measurements below. But thank you for joining me today, and as always, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you again next time. Thank you. Bye.